So what's up, Russ? Well, I'm changing the name of the channel. I'm changing it from Disney Buys AMC to just Russell Corey. And, I thought about doing a real clickbait, thumbnail for this, like the end of, Disney Buys AMC or the last Disney Buys AMC video. But I remember this comment from Hypnotic Monkey: don't sell your soul and people will follow. Keep going, but don't overdo it. And I don't want to, just create clickbait thumbnails to try and get views. I always want to be honest and authentic with you. And then the other thing he says, keep going, but don't overdo it. And that's why I stopped doing Disney Buys AMC videos. I made my case, and that was it. I didn't want to annoy people by keep making them. If I have something I need to say, I'll say it. But that's why I stopped. And the fact that I didn't own the Disney brand or the Disney name or the AMC brand or the AMC name, I wanted to make sure I didn't, get myself into some kind of legal trouble as well. So I'm just changing it to my name. And if you've made a comment on my channel, like short positive comment like this one, cool videos, this is from John Bolton. Full disclosure, John Bolton is a good friend of mine. I'm probably going to feature your comment in this video. So keep watching and see if your comment, I'm going to be responding to a lot of them. And I'm going to tell you some inside stories of, what it's been like having the channel. So I do look at the comments, and like a couple times people suggested in the comments that I change the name of the channel, and I just would respond back to them, and I would say, well, I'll be changing it soon, to Russell Corey. Even 3 weeks ago, someone asked, would you change the name of it, because they felt it gave a sense of false hope and that I was jinxing it, by doing this. So I replied back to them, sure, I'll probably change it to just Russell Corey soon. I would definitely not want my 733 subscriber YouTube channel to derail a deal worth billions. So I was kind of being a little funny there with them, but it's true. I was going to change it. I was being honest. What name should I have gone? Here was a suggestion: another Nothing Burger channel. I don't know if Nothing Burger channel, how good that would have been. I like this one, a YouTuber with a brain. That might have been a good title for it. But I just went, with Russell Corey, and I can, I do books, I do videos, and I thought that was the best way to tie it up. So, I'm going to be looking at these comments like this one. Thank you. No, thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all the views. And more importantly, thank you to the subscribers. And that's a big deal for me. Because if you look back at that comment when I say, my 733 subscriber YouTube channel, that was 3 weeks ago. And in those 3 weeks, I'm only picked up maybe 25 new subscribers in 3 weeks. So please, 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 if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Look, 72% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So please do that. Like in the beginning, even this person pointed out, your subscriber base is flying. Congratulations. Yeah, in the beginning it was awesome and it was great, but boy, it slowed down. So listen, I really appreciate it, when people subscribe and let me know. You don't have to let me know you subscribe, but I just want you to know I do see it in the comments. And listen, and the reason I want people to subscribe is so that I'm going to plan on doing a lot of big things in 2023. And this channel, it's not monetized. I don't take donations. I don't do super chats. So getting subscriber counts lets me know people care and leaving comments and stuff. And that keeps me motivated to keep making videos. So what kind of videos are coming in 2003? Well, obviously, I want to keep making videos about working for Disney. And I'll give you some inside videos, some pictures and stories of what it was like to be there at a company that I loved so much. Hey, I'm going to keep doing my AMC Stock Story podcast and videos on AMC. No sleep until the MOAS. And who knows, maybe 2023 could be an interesting year for AMC stockholders. But I have been taking video since 1986, and I have all this video, stockpiled. And if something ever happened to me, I don't know if anybody would ever see any of this stuff. So I really want to start sharing this video. So I had all these wonderful classmates back in the 80s, and I had my camera at high school, and I captured a lot of our experiences. So you're going to start seeing some of those showing up. So please, if you're a Gen Xer, I hope you can relate to it. Or if you just want to know what it was like to go to high school in the 80s, stay tuned for some of those videos. Another big video project that I want to do in 2023 is called 50 States, 20 Years. And 20 years ago, in 2003, I started this journey of seeing all 50 states. And it took me about 2 years to do it. And I have hours and hours and hours of video from all of that has just been sitting in boxes for 20 years. And, I'm finally on the 20th anniversary, I thought it'd be a great time to take it out and share some of that video. So who knows, and also be recreating, be recreating some of those trips. So who knows, maybe if there's some YouTubers in the area or AMC holders, maybe we can plan on getting some get-togethers going too all over the country when I do that. I've mentioned this before, that I write books, and this channel lets me know, I can let people know when there's free downloads of those books. A lot of them you can buy on Amazon, but I'm not doing this to sell books. It's mostly to let people know when the free promotions are out there. And we've talked about using these Amazon, free downloadable books to help spread the message about, Wall Street reform and our story about investing in AMC. But I'm giving away my most popular titles, tweets from Tattooing, hashtags from Hoth, and retweet of the Jedi. Those are set up for free downloads around Christmas time. So if you go to Amazon and search for those, I'll try and put links in the description. But you can get free downloads of those books. My novels that I wrote, Zone, is about these portals that pop up. It's kind of a sci-fi story, and when people go into the portal, they disappear and no one knows where you go. A Universe Apart is another sci-fi story, and it's about an alien invasion, and one of the alien invaders comes across a human orphan child, and he knows if he leaves it sort of on the battlefield or turns it into his bosses that it's going to die. So he ends up smuggling the baby human off the planet, this orphan, and raises it as his own son on his home planet. And it's kind of like these people. He's a small alien, and humans, when they grow up, they're so much bigger. And it's kind of like these people that raise the tigers and raise the lions. He knows as this child gets bigger, one day it could kill him. So it's that story. I Want My MTV Back is about going to high school in the 80s. So all these books are set up for free downloads, but you don't even have to go to Amazon. If you go to my website, russellcorey.com, look for this button. If you click on this button, it will take you to a different website where you can find free downloads, PDFs of a lot of these books. So this, I'm not about selling books. I appreciate if people buy them, but really, there's so many opportunities to get free books from me that's really, I just want to share that message with you. So listen, thank you, subscribers. The channel's name is changing, but the channel isn't going away. And now for the rest of this, I just want to recognize some of these comments and tell you some behind the scenes stories of what went on, starting this channel. This comment was, thanks for giving props to fellow YouTubers. And a lot of people thought, oh, well, you're clout chasing, you're kissing up. And, that's true to a certain extent. But, these people, I love these AMC YouTubers. I don't watch regular TV. I watch AMC YouTube videos. And like when Phil For Real recognized me, it meant so much. And then when TMI did a whole, show on our video, that was incredible. We've been watching TMI since the beginning. And I watched that with my wife and my kids. Thank goodness he was very complimentary about it. But that was just kind of a special moment. Ape Nation Will, I was putting my kids to bed and I just quietly listened to AMC videos with my earbuds on, and Ape Nation Will's video came on and he was talking about my video, and it was pretty cool. And then, but look at this. This is a comment. Ape Nation Will brought me here. So, these other YouTubers, they help give me viewers. I hope I can give them viewers and show them support. Like, these are the people that I think you should watch, that don't do clickbait, don't exploit people, and try to stay positive about the AMC movement. And Scavenger Stocks, it was awesome to see him come in and leave positive comments. But here's the funny thing. So I don't know if he's being serious or not here. He asked me, you're Al, right? Al from Boston. And I don't know if he was being sarcastic or if he really thought I might have been. So I kind of played back with him. I said, shh, don't tell anyone. But a lot of people honestly thought I was Al from Boston. And I think it was a couple things. My parents are from Boston, so I might have a slight bit of Boston accent. I didn't grow up in Boston. But Al actually did inspire me to make videos. I had been hosting the AMC Stock Story podcast for many years, but for 100 episodes. And when Al's videos, really caught on, he basically did a PowerPoint slideshow and a voiceover. And I thought, well, I could just use my podcast and match that up with a slideshow like Al does. So he really inspired me to make videos, and I kind of copied his format. And most people, it was kind of funny watching this, being on the other side of the conspiracy and knowing it wasn't true. but there was one interaction I had in I think it's Amen Pure Wall, but he said, "Bro, this is Al from Boston with the voice changer." And I wrote him back and I said, "If I tell you the truth and say I'm not Al from Boston, will you believe me?" And I said, "If I lie and say I am Al from Boston, will you believe that?" And then I said, "Look, my name is Russell Corey. I publish books on Amazon." So the receipts on me were out there. If you wanted to know if I really existed, you could see but many books on Amazon have the stock story. But he came back and he said, "You can change your accent and pitch, but mannerisms remain the same. Thank you for your service, Al." So he really did think I was Al. But that when he said thank me for my service, I had to respond to him and say, "Look, I can't take that. A joke is a joke. But I've never served my country in uniform. I really am not Al. My name is Russell Corey. Check out my other channel." And I wasn't trying to be mad. I was just saying, like, look, people that serve our country in uniform, I'm so respectful of that even in a joking manner, I had to make sure people knew I did not serve, and I couldn't take that compliment from him. And then, of course, he replied back, "I respect that." So it was kind of a fun interaction. And then the cool thing from the very beginning of this channel, I posted it on the first video on a Sunday afternoon, and by Sunday night, Bob Iger was back as CAO. My video was out of date, but a lot of people were searching and getting information on Bob Iger. So my video came out right at that perfect moment, and it probably got a lot more attention than it normally, would have received. So it's interesting. Like, I found out about it from a comment. This comment that someone, had left, not even 24 hours, and this idea either burst or just escalated with Bob Iger taking over. And I was like, I never said Bob Iger took over. And then I thought, wait a minute, is he really back? And I found out, sure he did. Of course, I made follow-up videos. In one of them, I misspelled Iger's name. This guy caught it. I'm the worst speller in the world. And I love these videos where people would say, like, "Too bad you're not Disney CEO," or "Wow, absolutely brilliant. Can you be the CEO?" And of course, on that one I replied, "I humbly accept. When's my start date?" I was just a coordinator at Disney. I had a small grunt role. I didn't even have any direct reports, so it was funny to see these videos about being the CEO. I love this one. Good analogy, fantasy CEO. That's what I said. It was kind of like playing fantasy CEO. No, that's a draft I could actually enjoy. And it was fun. These decisions are big, and it's a lot easier to make YouTube videos about them than have to make them in real life. Let's see. Loving it. Bob Iger needs to see your video. I don't know if Bob Iger ever saw it or not, or how high up at Disney it might have gone. I never heard back from anyone from Disney about it. And, we'll see what the future holds. Again, I think it's a long shot at this point. Obviously, Disney's AMC is doing a lot of stuff with their stock right now, and that has to get settled before anything can happen. But who knows what the future holds. I did have one person, when I said I wasn't going to make any more Disney buys AMC videos, I did have some person, Senior Boats here, replied, "Did they advise you to hush up about the possible acquisition?" And I had to reply to him and say, "No, there's no conspiracy here. I never heard back from him. I just didn't want to annoy people by constantly making, here's why Disney needs to buy AMC." I think I made my case. But I always loved it when people left comments and you could tell they got it. And this one from Texas Heat 5400 gets it. "If it wasn't for AMC and the big screen, that mouse would have never been the most recognized cartoon characters of all time." And that's right. Disney needs those big screens. It can't just be a streaming company. And I'll give you an example. Top Gun Maverick. I saw that in the theater and it was awesome. And I have a young son, and I was so on the fence about taking him to see this movie in the theater, but I wasn't sure if it was appropriate for him. So I waited till it came out on streaming, and it's on Paramount Plus now. And I showed him the beginning of it today, and we watched that opening scene where Tom Cruise is trying to, break Mach 10. But after that scene, it's like he wanted to watch cartoons. I had stuff I needed to do, and it was so easy to just push the pause button and go do something else. And that's the difference between streaming something at home and being a captured audience in that movie theater. And when you're in that movie theater, you have that larger-than-life experience with something. And that's why I think it's so important to Disney. Texas Heat also had another good point. Disney popcorn buckets. We've seen how well those Marvel and Avatar, themed buckets, these limited edition popcorn buckets that people will pay a premium for. Well, look at all the characters Disney has. Imagine every time you go to the movie theater, it's a different premium bucket that you can buy, and how much money they can do it. So Texas Heat really got what this was about. And then this one, Remember what happened with Porsche when they bought Volkswagen? Well, the same thing will happen to our beloved AMC stock. So Porsche made the surprise announcement that they were going to buy Volkswagen, and it caught the short sellers by surprise, and they had to settle what limited Volkswagen stock was out there. There was a squeeze to get it before Porsche, bought it all up. And that's what caused the Volkswagen stock to go up to like $1,000. So when a company gets acquired like that, these short positions have to close. And so they got it. And like this, it would be the best news because the shorts have to close their positions. I love this comment. We want more AMC Stock Story podcast. I started the podcast as almost a way of therapy. This was when the price went down from $50 into the 40s and the 30s. And it was just my way to kind of deal with, what have I gotten myself into? And then it went down to 25 and 15 and 10. And it was hard to talk to people about it that weren't in the play. So that's one of the nice things about the podcast. But there isn't a lot of feedback from the podcast. I don't get a lot of comments or reviews. So I would just do it. So whenever somebody recognizes the AMC Stock Story podcast, I appreciate it. Here's another comment I love. AMC, a mouse company. I love that comment. And this one I love. When AMC Moa says, I'm going to Disneyland. Me too. Amen. Me too. So I'm gonna do a montage here with some music and just show some of my favorite of these short positive comments. And people that are critical of me saying, well, you're just putting, comments up there like this that say, I like your vision. I'm not just putting comments up there that say, I like your vision. I'm also going to put comments up there that say, I love your vision. And again, it's really, I just looking for short positive comments. If you want to read the negative comments, they're still on the site, but I wanted to keep it fun and positive. And the shorter comments, give it a better pace. I love this comment. This will change the future. I hope so, Lalo559. I really do hope this can happen. Or I just hope AMC squeezes, whether it's the Disney or some other mechanism. I hope it squeezes, and I hope our future changes. Mickey Mouse takes over the world. Wouldn't that be something if all of a sudden, instead of just going to Disneyland or Disney World, you would have a Disney location in your neighborhood that you could go to and have a Disney experience? Amen. They would take over the world. AMC should buy Disney, in my opinion. Well, you never know. If we squeeze and we raise enough money, maybe we can. Disney movie will be, on fire. I'd love to go. Imagine one day going to an AMC theater and seeing a story about, the AMC movement. I would love that. Absolutely love that. So listen, I'm just going to share the rest of the comments with you to some music. Thank you for everyone to comment. Please subscribe. Please stick around in 2023, and let's keep the positivity going. And I appreciate every single one of you. Have a wonderful Christmas. Have a great New Year. And let's have a wonderful 2003 with a lot of good things for Disney, for AMC. And I have a lot of great video to share with you. And I hope you come along for the ride. Thanks for watching, everybody.